let me ask you something. Do you see the photo, Commodore?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So this is our AI. Now, they're getting better at doing this, but it hasn't been perfected yet. So can you and this is the full photo, by the way. The photo
Mm,
stops here. And if you'll notice the photo, like right there, like something that's kind of odd is the sort of double, like, I don't know, that looks like their pantyhose were not like pulled up, but I don't think that they are the actual pantyhose. But the way you can really tell about this is, do you see where it's really obvious that this is AI? Commodore, you got, I'll give you a clue. They fing, I've never seen them fing, but they have a name close to that.
they have a name close to it.
Fingers. Look at the fingers. If you'll
Yeah.
notice right here, this is a apparently his finger, his pointer finger has a square end, which is interesting.
Mm.
The middle finger is bent at a angle that does not seem to really, that's not how middle fingers, like my middle finger does not actually bend at a 45-degree angle in the middle. Does yours?
No, last time I checked.
No, and so you'll notice that as well, and then you'll notice that this is what they're trying to do now. They're trying to sort of obscure the pinky finger because it has such a hard time with hands. But you'll see there's only three fingers, and they all seem to miraculously sort of fade into each other. So that's the real dead giveaway. But the giveaway is the overly airbrushed. Like it seems to be that this is like somebody else's smile, somebody else's eyes. I'm not quite sure what they're going with here with the athletic, but also the fact that like the pantyhose here, and this is where
His
I think
beard
things
isn't
get
connected.
what?
His beard isn't connected
That is a
on the
good
left
point. You're
side.
right. You're right. It is a shaved neck, and then the beard's yeah, that is true. And the two the two different colored ears. But the thing that I find really problematic about this, other than the fact that this is stealing people's work and using it as their own, is that this is an advertisement. So this is supposed to show us what this product apparently looks like, right? Now, what's going on with the D? Is my question. Like, is the D naturally airbrushed? Because it really does not look like. It looks like there is something in there. There's a hint of D, but anybody who's worn sheer pantyhose know that you can see more of the D if you're wearing what that denier is at least claiming to
Is
be.
showing. Yeah.
Now, this is frustrating, and people I saw people like commenting on this. People think that this is actually a real person. They think it's wonderful, but they're writing like, "Can you please show us the full leg? You know, we'd like to actually see what the product is." This isn't what the product looks like. Like, it's not shiny. I can guarantee you, like this is a composite of two like tons of different pantyhose because you see like how there's like a block here that is like right on the like upper thigh.
Yeah, it
There's
looks
like
like a strip.
yeah, there's like a panel, and it looks like there's even like a seam that's from a nude pair of pantyhose that's over his crotch. So just be careful, everybody out there, with what you're looking at, and keep in mind that like and Glamoury used to be a very respectable like brand. They were like, for instance, this is what Glamoury used to do when they wanted to do male models. Like this was done I think probably 15 years ago, but they put some effort into it, and it's an effective ad. It's classy. It's not off-putting. I think it's perfect, right? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah. No, it looks like an actual person.
Yeah, and so I mean, and I get that people had budgets, back then, and this not, but this is really going downhill. Now, this is something that you're going to enjoy. This is our AI lady. Now,
Is that the full picture?
that is the full. Let me see. I don't know. In my stupid like in my share screen, I don't know how to make the screen like max. Okay, wait, sorry. Okay, here we go.
No, just scroll down.
Yeah. So there we go. We have our full thing. Now, the first thing that I noticed was obviously the hands, but what is she balancing herself on?
She's showing off her leg muscles, man.
Yeah, she's doing like a serious fucking like squat here. The left hand is bent at an angle that is so unnatural that it's I mean, I can't believe they even bothered with this. The other hand, it looks like a mole. There's no fingers. They're just like blobs of finger-esque things. And then I don't know what they're doing. Like what is this? I mean, what do you think the point of this is to show like is this Sharon Stone? Is this supposed to be Sharon Stone? Like we're getting a literal like what do they call it when it's a skirt? What like the skirt shot? What do they call it? Upskirt?
Upskirt.
Yeah, we're upskirting into her, netherworld. You can't see what's going on in there. It's a cavernous mess. Also, she doesn't have any toes. But except for here, like on the right foot, she has I think one, two, three, four, five, six, seven tiny little toes. And I just am I don't know. My thoughts. I want to get your thoughts on this because I know that I know the pragmatic reason. I know that this is because it's cheaper. But do you think that this works?
Honestly, I need to take a look at their sales because
Well,
if their sales are going up, then they're saving costs. Remember, most people aren't going to see the subtleties like that you're pointing out. You really have to look for it
but
because some people would just say she's sitting on the table, not realizing that she's not sitting on the table.
she's floating on the table. Also, but I want to know like I wish I knew a lawyer to ask a lawyer like, okay, if this is advertisement and that there's certain like I'm sure there's certain like leeway that they can have when it comes to advertising, right? But with AI, you can't guarantee that that is the product because these are composite shots, right? And you said okay, they code it, but what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean by code it?
So, in order to make a digital picture, there's a code line, and within the coding creates the picture. Does that make sense?
Yes, but my question to you is then how do they make sure how can you code that this is an actual pair of glamoury pantyhose?
It's just coloring. It's a
But
line of coding that creates the color.
right, but it's but I mean like you I don't like I still think like I want to have an idea. If I look like this person, I am assuming that when I get these pantyhose, that is what they're going to look like on me. At least in a believable way. Like I'm not, saying it has to be an exact match, but there has to be some consistency with
Well,
what's
then,
being
have you
advertised, right?
purchased a pair? Have you purchased a pair from them?
Well, I kind of don't want to because of
Well, there's your compare and contrast. So if you buy the same color and realize that it's not the way that it looks, then you can go ahead and return it. In this way, you can say that you've done a field study on it
oh, I could
and
I could
shows
play
that
the
they're
field.